Come one, come all. It's that time again for Bad Takeout. I'm Jeremy Tomenberg. With me, as always,
Kevin Crowley,
my partner in crime. What's going on?
Not much. I kind of destroyed the first 10 minutes of prep before the show.
Oh, ruined it.
I did.
We come in.
I'm a fucking Claude.
It just goes continuation. If you got to listen last week, you'll be happy to know he did it again.
No. You see, you're a lot more pissed than you're showing.
I'm not.
So
it's just your stupidity has not bothered me in years. We've lived together for many years. You've been my very good friend for longer than that, and now that we haven't lived together, we're still close.
Yeah,
we're doing the podcast. You don't bother me anymore. You're stupid. I don't get angry.
No, because it's like, it's very.
It's like a child who wanders in with no wonder, Donnie.
Yeah. So
we come in. We have a room. We do our podcast in the Geek Cave. We always report straight from the Geek Cave.
And there's just too much shit in here.
It's not. Fuck you. It's set up perfectly.
No, hey, it's all you.
You're not going to come in here and fuck up my room and then tell me it's my fault. Don't do that. Don't project onto me because you fucked up.
So I sit in this very cool, extremely comfortable...
folding chair.
Yeah,
Big deal.
No, it's one of those things you sit in like a tailgate game.
Okay, that's what I've got in the Geek Cave.
And it's R2-D2.
Okay.
Which I know it's very important to you.
It was a gift.
It was a gift.
See, right away, you're making me feel bad because you now ruined something.
I feel terrible about the whole thing.
Let me tell the story, and then you can try to defend yourself.
Please.
All I'm saying is, we set up a chair for you, and you sit in that chair every week. We've done this now. This is our 10th show. It hasn't been a fucking problem yet. Today, you sit in the chair. I say, did you turn the phone off before we hit record? You decide in a wired chair you're going to lean onto two legs. Lazy. All of a sudden, he's leaning, and pieces of the chair are falling off.
Yeah, it's on it's like laying on.
And now we can't find one of the pieces.
DVD players,
and the chair might be ruined.
I don't feel good about this. I feel terrible. Well, not anymore, actually. But
it's funny because chair, you don't think.
Yeah, your chair is now missing one of the little pegs on the bottom.
A very important peg.
It's a very important peg.
It's a peg.
But
it's not mint, man. It's no longer going to be mint.
I'll find it. I'll go online and I'll find a replacement for an R2-D2.
I don't want you to do that.
All right, fine.
It's fine.
Then I won't.
I don't want you to.
Okay, fair enough.
This is a constant thing with us.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit of a klutz.
But you're a lovable klutz. I'm not mad at you. I just wish you would use your head. Like, you don't lean in a wired chair. Like, you could just stand up real quick, grab your phone.
In my own defense.
And you are getting chubby, so you're going to break the chair.
A little bit. I'm just kind of.
I lost a lot of weight to sit in that chair and not worry about breaking it. So fuck you. I've had enough emotion today because I went to the mall to look for clothes and I went through a whole thing today.
Really?
Yeah, it was unfair.
Clothes shopping.
Well, all I'm saying is I went through the closet and I thought everything fits, but I gotta jazz it up a little bit.
You need the spring collection.
Exactly. So I thought I'd go shopping. So I went over to the mall by myself. Thought I get what are you doing?
That's a blue cigarette.
A blue cigarette?
Yeah, it's the fucking electronic cigarette that...
Trying not to smoke again.
Yeah, weaning off the
That's fun that we've done this now because if people listen to other podcasts, you've now been through, on this show alone, we've been through the hypnotist to try to stop smoking. That did not work. Jeremy 1, Kevin 0 on that one. And now we're on the blue cigarette.
Yeah.
Let me try it. Let me see this thing.
There you go.
What, do you have to hit something or no?
No, you just take a puff like it's a normal cigarette. It's not as cool, but... Ooh, sizzle. It sizzles.
It made a little noise. Let's see if we can get on there again.
And oh shit, yeah, that's.
You heard that?
That's the tussin getting.
So do you like it?
It's all right. Yeah, I mean, I still like smoking cigarettes, but I listen to these podcasts. I've realized my voice is fucked because of it a little bit. I have a very gravelly.
Blue is the one that has what actor is in all the magazine ads for Blue? The guy who was in
Tom Selleck.
No, it's the.
Samuel Jackson?
I can't think of who it is.
Dick Van Patten?
Not Dick Van Patten.
Dick Van Dyke?
Not Dick Van Dyke.
All right.
I can't think of it. Doesn't matter.
Stephen Dorff.
Stephen Dorff. You knew it the whole time you were fucking with me.
Why do you think I had
That's comedy, folks.
No, that's just fucking you.
You bought for Stephen Dorff? Well, I digress. Let me just tell you, because it brings me to why you breaking my chair and me losing weight to get in the chair brings me to my problem. Mm-hmm. I went shopping to get the spring collection today, and everything at every store is slim fit. That's the new thing.
It is.
It's and it's not hipster stuff. It's not like hipster clothes. Yeah. It's just every single thing. Like stuff I like to wear. Everything is.
If you don't want to wear a t-shirt every day, and you want to throw on a shirt.
But here's my problem. It's not that I can't the size fits me.
Yeah.
But I have I'm not I'm not a slim guy. I got a little chub. I got a little chub, a little beard.
okay.
You know.
You can wear. Let me see.
But here's my thing. I go to the store, and every shirt I own since I lost the weight's been a large, and I have a medium and hoodies.
Ooh,
like I feel good about
for you.
myself. Not today. I went to the mall, put on the large, and I look like a chubby little fat kid trying to squeeze the last few buttons closed.
Yeah.
And it's a large. It should fit me. So no, I'm back to buying extra larges.
And everything kind of like sticks out the sides and stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm buying extra larges, and it just ruins my psyche as I ask these cute, adorable girls at the Banana Republic, do you even have extra larges in this shirt? And there's like one behind them all, and now I'm back to, I feel like a fatty again.
I bought a medium T-shirt online because I have been kind of eating more like someone on food stamps, but I am, so it's okay. But yeah, I got a medium T-shirt in the mail, and it was huge on me. It was like a dress, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I had to get.
You have the exact opposite. It's funny that we have the exact opposite
I have a
problem.
boy's large sweatshirt.
Do you really?
Because a man's small is like too big on me. Listen,
and I'm buying extra larges now, back to being the fat kid again.
You should just fall right back into it.
I might as well, right?
Get 40-piece
If I'm going to
nuggets.
buy an XL, why not buy a double XL?
Oh, well, there's
It really hurt my feelings. But I bought some larges. I went to one store, bought a large, bought a hoodie and a medium, had to buy an extra large at Banana Republic. If you want to shop at Banana Republic, you got to look like Don Draper.
yeah.
I did try on a 42 regular jacket for the Madman collection, that really cool like Don Draper
Plaid kind of thing?
Yeah, fit like a charm. I look good.
Nice.
But it was like $100. And when would I ever wear that?
Yeah, I have like a blazer. Like I guess you would wear it with like a shirt or a T-shirt underneath it, but it just looks ridiculous.
Why would I ever put that on? And
Yeah.
people would just laugh at me if I wore that.
If you went to like I don't know,
A Mad Men party?
a cocktail party in like 1980, like you
No, 1964.
Well, I guess people in 2013
70s
still wear those, but that's why they're made for that
they're-
guy.
Yeah, but I'm not that guy.
Yeah,
Chubby little fat man.
no, pathetic little loser.
Pathetic
Did
little
you see
loser.
the Equality Street video?
Did I see the equality?
The return of David Brent?
The return of David Brent was brilliant.
Hysterical.
It was so funny.
Yeah, man. Ricky
If you
Gervais
guys
is the
haven't
shit.
gone online, Ricky Gervais for Comic Relief in London, which still exists in England over there, they still do Comic Relief. That's what it was for. He did like a 15-minute David Brent 2013. He's like the man.
like The Office.
The Office,
manager.
yeah. And he is now like the manager of a rapper, and he is still as out there as possible.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
He's so good.
I don't know how that went from close fitting to.
It's okay.
Flat, but
We're just having a conversation here.
I
That's
guess
how
so.
it's just us hanging out.
Sure.
We really only hang out now on the weekends when we record this podcast.
well, because you're working and I work also,
and you're playing music a lot.
Yeah, I'm like jamming with the Stones.
So like people are really getting like the real feel of us hanging out. Other than now, we're just like singing or staring at a mic.
when I'm not breaking your chairs.
It really
or
is just frustrating.
spilling things.
Because you don't need to do it.
Dude, you think it's fun?
Do you do it on purpose?
No, I absolutely do not.
Here's the question, and I want you to give me a real answer. Don't bullshit me.
Please.
When we lived together in Sherman Oaks, we had
Yes.
a beautiful like two-story townhouse.
It's nice.
It was pretty nice.
okay.
It was.
All right, fair
We
enough.
might have turned
Go.
it to shit, but it was nice.
Yes.
You used to fall down and up the stairs all the time.
Yeah.
Was it real or was it fake? Tell me the truth.
It was about 60-40. 70, like 70-30.
Which way?
I fall up and down stairs quite a bit. I just kind of run and I forget that like toes get in the way of stairs. And I just
But going
kinda fall.
upstairs is something that you've been doing now for 30 years. It's something that you should be able to do without thinking. I can go up and down the stairs without
But
my
listen,
glasses
I'm
on,
not
eyes
thinking.
closed.
That's the problem. I'm not really thinking. I'm like whatever's going on in my head. It's not left foot, right.
What are you,
foot.
Homer Simpson?
I hope so. I mean,
I hope so.
this is a charming fucking.
Because you're not like this, but you could. Here's the thing. I think it's a switch that you're acting like a child in your personal life.
No.
Because when you're at work, you're a different fucking person.
No. No, I have fallen up and down stairs at like the worst times,
I know. I live with you. It was
And it happens-
ridiculous.
Look, but I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. You've never tripped up going up a flight of stairs.
If I have, you can count it on 3 fingers.
I was carrying down
That I can remember.
I was carrying down a pop-up tent down a flight of stairs at a venue for work, and I missed the last like 2 or 3 steps, and it could have been so bad. Like I could have seen like the.
Do you know how many times you've said that statement to me? Like you tell me this story,
God.
you'll say this great story, and you'll end it with, "Do you know how bad it could have been?" You're gonna fucking kill. I don't mean to always swear. It's not right.
Oh, so you're rather gonna say I'm really
have a-
sorry for saying I'm about to say fuck instead of saying you're gonna die one day because
I have a dirty mouth, and I'm trying to work on it.
Okay,
I'm just trying to work on it. But I'm saying you tell me these stories, and it always ends, like I said, with
Could've
it
been
could
a
have been
lot
worse.
worse.
You're gonna kill yourself one day.
Yeah, well, look, everybody dies one day, but
But you're gonna kill yourself in some stupid,
Misadventure.
idiotic. It'll be on like the TV shows you love. What's that on True TV?
Which one?
World's Dumbest Assholes.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be World's Dumbest Assholes. Stupid deaths. Here's Kevin Crowley.
But I've seen-
34 years old, was carrying a pop-up tent and fell down 75 flights of stairs.
I've seen days of footage on YouTube of people being dumbasses and just.
Is that what you want to be? Some schmuck on
Hey,
YouTube?
it happened to fucking Jimmy Carter. He was president of the United States. No, who's the other guy? Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford.
He fell all over the time, and he made it to the fucking top. Yeah, look.
But you're not Chevy Chase, though. It's not the beginning bit of SNL here.
No. I'm not saying I'm trying to do it for comedic result. If I realize that something I do can make someone laugh, I'm gonna try to do it. And if that means like Tim Conway from like the Carol Burnett show and all that, like one of the first and greatest like physical comedians. I was like,
As he knocked over his pad. You can't get your... Because
Yeah.
you move around. You're like wormy. You're moving around.
I think I might have ADHD, but was never kind of diagnosed.
It's really ridiculous.
It's another thing to throw up in the win column.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but look, I still managed to get through my day-to-day life, you know, with only...
No, and you do.
only
But you're,
minor
like you
injuries.
said, though, one day something's going to happen, and you're really going to hurt yourself, buddy.
Sure. I mean, but it's just...
It goes back to the one episode called Get Your Shit Together. You just got to concentrate when you're doing stuff. Like, if you're walking down a flight of stairs, apparently you have to really think about... It makes me think of this friend in college. Her name was Tina. We won't use a last name because she was really stupid.
Tits. Tina Tits? Is that what you called
Tina
her?
Tits.
All right.
So
Hopefully she's not a fan.
she like was our roommate for a while.
Sorry, Tina
And
Tits.
she lived with us in our townhouse we had in college.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden we'd all be watching TV, and then all of a sudden you hear, and all of a sudden she would like lose her breath, and you'd be like, Tina, what happened? And she'd be like, I guess I stopped breathing for a little bit. And like breathing's involuntary. How do you not breathe for a little bit? She would like just sit there watching me go and hold her breath. And all of a sudden, and like all of a sudden, I have to catch her breath.
Did she do like the choking game? Like, was that her thing?
I didn't know. I didn't sleep with her. I mean, in college I wanted to, but I
never
didn't.
had a girl who was a roommate. Because I think I'd always just try to hook up with them. Like, you know, and be shot down and then that would end it. But I think it would be strange to be, you know, live with a girl that you're not in a relationship and having sex with, you know, normally. But I guess you had a female roommate.
Well, it was a weird situation. Her boyfriend was going to live with us. He was going to be our third roommate. And then all of a sudden, we already paid for the place, had a thing going. He called us like 2 weeks before we were moving in. Guys, I'm not coming back to college. So
Pulled one of those.
So we had a space. And then she started coming and living in that room because we were all friends, like close friends at the time. So he wasn't there. We were all friends. So who was she going to hang out with? She came and hang with us, ended up being our roommate.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, college was, I think back sometimes, man. I graduated high school in 2000, class of 2000. Like, I was supposed to do big things. You
Right.
know, I was like, class of the millennium.
And what have you done? You've done big things.
I
You
have
moved to
done big
Hollywood.
things. Yeah, I
You've been
did.
on major TV shows.
have.
You've worked on all kinds of different projects.
I've been mistaken for famous people, but pretty soon.
You even posted about it on
I
our
did.
Facebook page, but for those who didn't see it, someone thought you were frickin' Peter Dinklage.
See, now he either could have been, like, just geniusly funny, but he was like, oh, like, you look really familiar. And I'm like, oh, I hear that sometimes. Because I've heard, you know...
Nick Stahl.
Nick Stahl, I've heard, who's like complete nosedive, which I think is kind of like, I take a little bit of, you know, umbrage for that, you know, but I've heard William H. Macy, which I don't know if that's really a good thing or not. And
I can see a little William H. Macy in you.
it's just all this Irish.
You got the eyebrows of Tessio.
Oh no.
Of who was Tessio's
Tess from Godfather.
Godfather?
Abe Vigoda?
Abe Vigoda. When you get old, your eyebrows are gonna be Abe Vigoda's.
Dude,
or God rest his soul, J.R. Ewing.
Oh, yeah, Dallas. I don't know his name.
I can't think of his name either. So J.R. Ewing's good enough for the show.
Yeah, he was great.
But you're gonna have his eyebrows.
I get my eyebrows waxed and styled because I would have like 2 caterpillars on my forehead if I didn't. And I've had it since because I kind of hit puberty because I like 4th grade, going into 4th grade, both my brothers were at camp, I guess. So it was just me, and I went to like day camp, and every other day I would go to McDonald's after lunch, which was my mom would like,
You go to McDonald's after lunch.
No, I'm sorry, after like camp. I'd go and
got you.
And I put on a lot of weight, and I think it like kicked my puberty.
It's funny that you say that because it was McDonald's that did it to me when I was a young lad.
Silent killer.
Like 8, 9, 10. I distinctly remember going to McDonald's like all the time, and my parents would let me get like 2 cheeseburgers, that kind of stuff. So it's really their fault.
I like the Happy Meal toys.
They didn't know. They weren't like health conscious. People weren't thinking like that. They just really weren't. The health boom started like in the late 80s.
Made a lot of people rich.
So in the early 80s when they're just shoveling down cheeseburgers to make it easy on them because mom was lazy.
But after that, like, puberty kicked in. I had like pit hair when I was in like 6th grade. And you're talking to me about turning my phone off.
I have to keep an eye on a timer right now.
Okay.
And it was just a buzzer. No one heard that. You could have played it off like no one heard it.
But see, I went out of my way to break your chair to turn my phone off.
I have to. Here, let's take a phone call. You want to take a phone call?
No.
Let's see if it works.
Hello.
Charles?
Yo, Mike.
What's going on, dude?
We're doing a podcast live. You're going to be our first phone caller. We're actually recording a podcast, so I decided to answer the phone call. So right now you're on the podcast.
Because it blew up our whole.
It blew up the whole mojo. So what were you going to tell me?
I think I'm going to first off tell you that next time you might want to think to put your phone on silent.
Thank you.
The phone was on silent, but I had to have a timer going because our GarageBand's not working properly, so I had to have a timer on so I could be watching how long we've gone. But so what were you going to tell me?
I broke his chair to turn my phone off.
Number two, it might be time for an intern if you don't know how to work the on and off switch on your phone.
It was on silent, Charles. It did not. It did not ring. It was only the buzzer, and we can feel the vibration.
I was just calling to talk Mad Men.
Oh.
And powered through and almost caught up. That's all.
What season of Mad Men are you currently on?
I am currently on season 5.
Okay, good season.
Yeah, it was.
I was going to ask you, and since I've got you here, and we're just going to play it off. What did you think of the season 3 finale?
Oh, that was pretty awesome.
When they broke it all up, they got fired.
What's that?
When they fired themselves, when they got Lane, and because when the British came in, rode over the British dude's foot in the office. Good stuff.
Yeah, but first of all, if you see a lady coming at you with a lawnmower, pick up your damn foot.
Fuck yeah, man.
And I think that's the lesson there.
Never seen a woman on a lawnmower outside of like hoarders. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
in
Charles.
In 1963, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna just in case the phone call doesn't sound good, we're gonna let you go because we don't have interns, we don't have headphones, and anytime you want to invest in badtakeout.com, let us know. We will hire interns and step up our studio because right now it's the only thing good we have is the microphone we use.
Mm-hmm. And a broken chair.
And then you too as well.
Well, we appreciate your phone call, and if it works, maybe we'll call you next week.
Good day, gentlemen.
All right, have a nice day, Charles.
Good evening.
Later.
Let's hope that the phone call worked. But anyways, my timer's still going. See, I have a timer going. Everyone can see. See, everybody? I have a timer going.
Anybody else want to call before we keep going?
I'm just trying to keep an eye on how long we've gone so we don't bore the audience.
Well, I appreciate that.
No problem. So anyways, now that we've been interrupted with the flow still going, what do you have? I see you have your little list. You're looking at your little podcast
little show
list.
prep.
Your little show prep. I like that. A little prep is good.
Well, because I think we've had some strong shows. And then some other ones.
Everyone's not going to be a gem. And if you don't like them all, well, what am I going to do?
All 6 of you can fuck yourselves.
All 60 of you can go screw yourselves.
Yeah.
We get some good hits.
No, it's good stuff. It's fun. I have a good time
Hey,
doing this.
I like talking to you. If no one else listens but me and you, that's good because I definitely listen. Do you listen to the show?
Yeah, of course.
So we listen to our own podcast.
I criticize how I sound like Marge Simpson.
Just like...
This is fucking... See, I never really heard myself on a microphone before. So it's, yeah. But it's been all right, man. I've been, worked the last couple days. I was working downtown in LA.
Always a pleasure down there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had a really weird kind of hostile day yesterday. And actually the day before also.
Both downtown?
No, one was in Burbank and the other was downtown. First, I guess, in Burbank, I was driving and there was this car driving, and I'm kind of I have a bit of road rage, so I've been told. I think we touched on that last week.
Oh, we touched on it in more than one episode that you have it's not just a tad, but go ahead. Don't digress. Let's keep the story going.
I'm not alone. So I'm driving down the street, and I'm in the right lane, and the car in the left lane is driving a little bit too slow for my taste. So, I kind of move up, turn my blinker on, head over, cut him off. So I keep going, light turns red. He's making a left, so he's in like a left turning lane. And I guess as I made the left, he had enough room where it wasn't a problem to him. But the guy in back of me also made the same left. Cut the guy in the Lexus, and he was driving a Lexus.
Same guy gets cut off by a different person
by two cars.
Wow.
And the pickup truck that cut him off, secondly, also was in the left lane. And he either said something or flipped the guy the bird or did something because this guy in the Lexus, went fucking pitbull. His window was down.
But not at you. At the second guy.
I was in the clear.
You get off scot-free because you were the first one.
Maybe he didn't use his blinker. I had the courtesy to use my blinker. So,
okay, so what happens?
Turn this guy's light off. And so this guy in the Lexus goes batshit crazy. And he's screaming at the guy, saying come on, you. And I don't like using the word, but he was like, come on, you faggot. You're a fucking pussy. I know you hear me. And I apologize. This is not safe for work. We should maybe make that.
I don't. You know what? No.
Yeah, I don't give a shit either.
It's bad takeout. This is bad takeout. Yeah. You shouldn't be listening with your children around.
Put earmuffs on.
Yeah, earmuffs, kids.
But I'm just, with this guy.
I'm only trying to curb my language because my uncle suggested, my one viewer suggested, that I say effing a lot. But I notice I do that a lot. I do say the word fucking a lot, the way I speak.
It kind of make you sound a little unintelligent sometimes.
That's what I mean. I'm not trying. So I'm just.
But if you're in natural conversation,
but that's the problem. I think in my natural conversation, I say it too much.
It's like Tourette's.
Because he's not the only one that said it.
Have you ever pretended like you had Tourette's, just because you're bored?
Do the twitching or the whole thing shit balls, shit horror.
I had a friend in high school, really nice kid. Look, Tourette's sucks, man. I'm not making fun of it. I'm not making light of it.
There's certain things that are funny.
But sometimes I'll just kind of blink and twitch sometimes.
And you do it for purpose. You pull a George Costanza
a little bit
with the elbow.
I don't remember that.
How many lies do you live?
Oh, not many. It's I don't live it. I just kind of do it for
in the moment,
in the moment, public, just to kind of
You stick with it. Just to kind of see, maybe that's the thing here. We might have touched on something. Let me put my doctor head on real quick. Yeah. Dr. Jeremy's here. Maybe because you do that kind of stuff in public, you can't control it anymore in your real life. So you're always fidgety. You're always got this little twitchies going. You're always moving around, knocking over shit, doing stupid things, and you can't control it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do this all the time, but sometimes, but I'll never yell fuck, shit. I won't do that because that's just disrespectful to the disease and to those who have it.
You do it. You're like a silent killer.
Yeah, I'll be meh.
You do say meow a lot.
I do, and I can't help it.
Yeah, you say meow a lot.
When I yawn, I've been doing it for years, just to crack people up. I'll do a Chewbacca kind of thing when I yawn.
Can you do a fake one so we get an idea? Yeah, and you yawn like that.
I do. I'll be
and you can't stop?
Yeah. I can't. I have to cover my mouth to not do it.
Unbelievable.
Maybe I should. I've never seen a full kind of psych.
I don't think you should.
Psych evaluation.
I don't think you should.
Because I don't think I'm crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Crazy people never think they're crazy.
Yeah. I'm not crazy.
I don't know. I think if you go to the doctor, what if you get answers you don't want? What if he says what if he says like this? Okay. He says, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, you have to have 8 of these specific things to really be considered a mental turd or something.
Midget. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, an asshole. Let's just call it let's just say in our scale, 1 to 10 asshole scale. And if you have 8 of these symptoms, you're an asshole.
Okay.
What if you have 7 of these things? Is that going to freak you out?
No. Then I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. Thanks, friends. We'll see you next week.
I didn't hit the bar. I'm below the median.
So that won't scare you.
I'm probably in the
so that won't scare you.
No. Because, I think everybody walks around with thoughts in their head.
Of course they do. But all these things combine though. Combine all these different things. The bathtub, sand in the car, knocking over chairs, knocking over this, falling upstairs, forgetting to do this, forgetting to turn the alarm on. Like you just do all kinds of things.
I've never
falling
gotten a
asleep.
complaint.
Falling asleep. You always say you'll take a shower and then you go back to sleep and you'll fall asleep on your leather beautiful couch and you wake up later.
It used to be beautiful. It was fine Corinthian leather, but
now it's like all.
It's like shambles. No, but I've never gotten a complaint. I think most people are like, oh, he's perfectly fine, normal guy. Like, and I think I am because of their interpretation. And I know I'm fine. Like, if I was like heard voices or if I saw hallucinations and like, if I was, kind of shitty to be around and I didn't know and I couldn't control
I would have ditched you years ago.
I think a lot of my friends.
What do you mean? We've been hanging out. We worked together on one show. Like I'm saying fucking. I can't help it.
Yeah,
fucking. What am I?
Who are you?
What am I? Stupid?
Yeah.
Fucking 8 years ago or whatever it was, we worked on one show and we've been hanging out ever since. We lived together for a long time.
Yeah.
Like we've said a bunch of times. Like you're
I'm
good.
a magnet.
You're a good person to hang out.
I'm
but
magnetic.
Jesus, there are times though, like I literally say to you, I hate you, and I want to punch you. Like I've asked you
and
to
that
leave.
gives me a lot of.
We'll be like you'll get me on the video chat like to see what's going on, and you'll do one thing, and I'll just have to hang up because you're just so stupid sometimes.
I think
you're just trying to be funny.
Going back to when I had fucking pit hair when I was 11 years old, I was a fat kid. I couldn't fall back on athletics.
I guess I'm like that too. So I'm always falling back to my humor. I did that today at the shopping center. Like
I don't think I'm necessarily funny, but I don't know any other way.
I was at Banana Republic, like I said, and I have to now find, they have mediums, smalls, and larges, and now I don't see an extra large. But I want this shirt because I try on the large, and I'm like, if it was just one size bigger.
Your titty kind of pop
Oh,
out?
God, you're killing me. Because it's true, I feel fat again, and I shouldn't.
Did you see your nipples?
The shirt says slim fit. Why do that to people? Not everyone looks like you. Not everyone can buy a boy's large and feel good about it.
Rock it
like a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you're not a twink, you can't buy clothes at these stores. Mm-hmm. So I had to go up to this girl, and I'm like, so.
The fact that you know what a twink is, I know what a twink is also, which is terrible.
It's 2013. You gotta be cool.
Most people know what it.
I know what a twink is. I know what a bear is. The other day, I have a friend, Froy, who wants to be the gay contingent on our show.
Okay.
And he's gonna come in next week. We had dinner together. Cool. He's a huge poster nerd. He's a full geek.
I met him. I like the dude.
Yeah, he's full-time geek.
Is he a bear or a twink?
No, he's a twink. You've met Froy. He's a twink.
I guess he would be.
But he says he's fat.
Oh, God.
He says he's fat. He says he's fat for the gay world.
It's LA, man.
But he wants to be our gay contingent.
Okay,
but
cool.
The other day we had dinner together.
I don't know much about
and
the
I was
gay
joking
world.
about me being fat again. And he said, well, I would be a bear cub.
Oh, bear cub.
Like a small bear.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we're going to have him on the show
Cool.
hopefully next week. And he's going to let us say all the things we need to say so we can understand the gay community better.
Okay.
Like, you know
Perfect.
what I mean?
Then I'm not going to say what I was going to say next because you're not going to tell me what the truth of the matter is,
Right.
Because you're not a bear or a cub or a twink.
Or something.
Yeah. What would I be?
Oh, I think you would. I don't know. You'd probably be like
Would I be a cub?
guys who are into like
Peter Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage.
Dwarf lovers?
I don't think we never finished the story. So you're in line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
This is what we really talk about. So this is as legit as it gets. Okay, stop this shit. Go
Wow.
back now. Fucking 12 minutes.
To what story? The road rage story
No.
or the fucking Peter Dinklage?
No.
I really should keep track of that.
This is why this is great. So we're gonna go back to a couple things, but let's go back first to the Peter Dinklage story.
Okay.
You're in line.
No, I'm checking in at Disney.
Got it.
And you it's like going into Fort Knox. You got to give them your ID and like a piss sample, and and the really cool security guy behind the desk. He was like, "Oh, you look real familiar, man." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." Like, like I said, I've heard a couple different people, and he's like, "You look like Dinklage. You look like Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones." And I'm like, and I just fucking laughed hysterically. Because, I mean, I'm like 5'6.5". I'm being completely honest there. I wish I could say 5'7". I don't know, maybe I'm 5'7". And like,
No, because I'm 5'7". I'm a little, and I'm just like a little butt hair taller than you.
Okay. But
so he says Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, yeah.
Like, I think Peter Dinklage is the man, but Peter Dinklage is obviously a little person.
And I posted on Facebook, and it was a big hit. Like, fucking likes and comments.
I posted it. I right away copied it, put it in the Bad Takeout podcast area, and I rewrote it so it was coming from like the podcast. It's hysterical. It's a great story.
It was, and it was because I thought it was hysterical.
You are a little feller. I mean,
Am I?
You are, Kevin. You're a little feller who has like a beard.
I'm not getting any bigger.
No, you're not. Well, you're getting fatter.
So if I put on like 50 pounds, you think I'd be a little bit bigger?
You know what you look like if you did you see the season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he gained the weight for the show?
Mac?
You would look like Mac.
Oh, the little shirts.
The little shirts and you with the big beard and the long hair.
I'd have to get like a men's medium.
All right, and then now real quick, just so we can jump into a bunch of stuff because I have more topics. What did happen with the fight at the light? So
guys screaming at him,
guys
calling
screaming
him a
at
faggot, calling him a pussy, like, come on, get out of the car, man. I know you could hear me. And the guy in the pickup truck, I didn't really see what he looked like, but he was like a, middle-aged, younger, like 20, 30-year-old guy. And his windows were up and he didn't do anything. He just took this bitching. And this guy, he had the flat brim hat. He had this shitty attitude. So he probably could have done some damage.
And maybe that's why he didn't do anything.
See, but I was getting pissed and I had nothing to do with it. I'm like, if I get out of this car and just talk to the guy, if I was like, what, man? Like, what the fuck's the problem? Like, tell me why you're so pissed. But I wouldn't bitch out.
I've gone 0 to nuts.
But if he like took a swing at me and like really kicked the shit out of me, like I would do everything in my power to rip his eye out, but he would probably put me in the hospital.
When we were living in Sherman Oaks, I was at the light at Sepulveda and Ventura Boulevard. Doesn't matter. But anyways, I am now
it's for the local crowd.
There's 2 lanes, a lane to go straight and a lane to go straight and or turn right. Let us stop for a second.
Oh, water
you okay?
Down the wrong way. Yeah.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
Straight lane, right lane.
Once again, a complete interruption to what's going on. Doesn't matter.
Please.
So there's a straight lane and a lane to turn straight and or turn right.
Okay.
I am now, because of traffic, I'm in the right lane to go straight and or turn right. But I'm going straight.
Okay.
I have every right to do that.
Yeah.
It's got 2 arrows, one going straight and one showing to turn right. It's clearly.
So you're not in a right-only lane.
Right.
Okay.
The light turns green to turn right, though. Like, I have a green arrow to turn right. And I'm not turning right. This guy in a Land Rover honks me. And I'm letting it go. And then he lays on the horn. And he lays on the horn again. I get out of the car. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm going straight, man. Please.
Yeah, you get out of the car and we're like, what the fuck are you beeping about?
Right. I'm like that's why I said, I go, what the fuck are you doing? I go, I'm just going straight, man. I'm not turning right. I can go either way. He now decides to follow me straight, and he gets beside me at the next light. It's red, and he stares at me. He's on the phone talking to someone.
Oh, is he a tough
and he
guy?
says something like, "This motherfucker next to me, like whatever." And I said, "What?" I go, "You on the phone? Well, tell whoever on the phone with your little bitch." I go, "You're a bitch."
Okay.
I go, "I live up the street, 2 blocks. Follow me, and me and my friends are gonna beat the shit out of you."
Including me?
We were roommates at the time.
Oh, okay.
And John, I knew John was at the house.
Yeah, he would.
So he now gets out of the car. He's like, and he's like a little guy. Like he looks like a hipster kind of like business guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like he looks like not a pussy, but not like 100%.
You were bigger than him.
At the time, yeah.
Okay.
And he now goes to my car and reaches in to kind of grab my backpack.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't remember the night I came home just in a huff, screaming like you.
They all combine
Right.
together. It doesn't happen. That wasn't the one time.
Right. So he goes to grab my backpack, and I grab his arm and pull him in close to my car and kind of bang his head on the side of the car a little bit. I'm like, at this point, I'm now enraged. I'm like, listen to me. And I'm screaming. I don't want to scream loud on the podcast. I'm screaming. I go, follow me. If there's a God, follow me, please, motherfucker. And I'm going to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. But just come to my house so we can do it away from public. I go, follow me, and I promise you I'm going to kick your face in.
Yeah.
Raged out. And now he knows I'm raged out. And I get in the car. I'm like, just let's go, buddy. Follow me. And I drive like right to the house. He turned right around and went the other way.
Yeah, okay.
But I was ready to go nuts.
Good for you.
But that was
Did
was
your dick
years
get a little bit bigger? Like since then? Like did you get like
that
an
was
extra inch
only
on that?
there was a handful of times where I've cowered, but this time like I didn't cower and I stood up for him and it was gonna go nuts.
That's just I mean
I'm enraged now. Like my heart's racing.
I see that. You're
like,
sweating.
Like it just that one time, and I pulled in the house, and you and John were not home.
Oh shit!
But he didn't follow me at that point. I didn't
Right.
care. I was literally ready to stop the car, go in my trunk, grab the baseball bat that I keep in the trunk for my stuff,
But then-
and I was ready to go. I was ready to go,
Okay.
dude. He reached in my car to steal something.
deadly
he
weapon.
called me fat. Like he had said things.
Oh.
Like it was. I was ready to go.
Okay.
But I was at a time though. I'd been started to work out. I'd been working out every single day, like with the trainer.
Yeah.
So I knew that if it was go time, I was ready to
had
go.
maybe an
I
ab.
might have had some chub on me, but I was ready
yeah.
to go.
Oh yeah. Like Oh, okay. So, and yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
okay. So.
And then another.
Oh, okay.
I know, right?
Sorry.
This is turning into a fucking pit stain.
All right.
And then yesterday I'm at work, and so I got a credential on Radio Disney Awards, and I'm sitting out by the parking talking to my buddy who's working, and we're just bullshitting, and this homeless dude comes by on a bicycle, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, it's the Radio Disney Awards," and he's like, "No, what time?" I'm like, "It's like 6 o'clock," and he's like, "What's going on upstairs?" I'm like, "I don't know, man," and he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's a credential," and he was like, "You know what? You're an asshole." And I was like,
No.
dude, and this was the second homeless interaction I had yesterday.
Ugh.
And then I'm like, "Oh, really?" Like, well, I'm like, "What'd you say?" And he's like, "You heard me." I'm like, "Yeah, keep riding your bike." And I'm wearing a credential, like, I gotta represent. I'm working. I'd never work again if I beat up a homeless dude downtown for calling me an asshole. But I got that fire. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
Right.
And again, I'm like,
What are you gonna do? Beat up some Johnny on the street homeless
he would
guy?
have kicked the shit out of me.
Really?
Probably.
Well, these are street dwellers. I mean, you can't
yeah.
can't fuck with a crackhead.
You can't.
You can't.
And he wasn't that crazy. He was like talking, but he was a dick. And then on my way in that same day, I'm stopped at a red light, and there's this homeless dude on the corner, and he's looking at me, starts cursing at me, and then he starts to reach into my thing. I'm like, "Are you fucking crazy?" And the light had turned green at that point. But I was like, oh, like
When you live in LA, it really is anything goes.
and like you want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like So, but I'm not gonna fuck with a psychotic crackhead.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. You follow rules. They have no rules. Rules have like gone out the window for them.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like you say something.
They've shitting in places you and I haven't even went. Like they've been in a
They've
sewer,
eaten in the same places that they've shit
Yeah.
in places that we would never go.
just popping drugs and fucking.
Yeah.
I don't like.
They don't live by the rules, man. In their world,
When's the last time you gave a homeless person any change?
I don't give change to homeless people. I don't believe in that. I've never believed in that.
Yeah.
What I do, and this is honest to God, I keep a giant thing of Nature Valleys in the trunk.
Yeah.
You call me a Jew?
What? I didn't
What?
call you anything.
Anyways.
Go back to the tape, dick. Yeah.
I keep a big Costco-sized thing of Nature Valleys in the car,
Mm.
and usually water. And if I see a homeless person, I stop at light, and there is enough time, I get out, go in the trunk, grab stuff from the trunk, and I'll give them stuff. I told you once on the podcast the story about the homeless guy who I put water out and stuff, and then he was like, "I don't need your stuff, man."
Yeah.
Remember?
If I'm like in a certain part of the city where I know there's a lot of homeless, I won't throw my cans away or bottles away. I'll just put them next to the garbage can. Just so they don't have to dig in. That's my way of making a difference.
What an asshole.
Yeah, no, hey, but I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, I'll just leave it right here. I'm sure it'll be gone in 10 minutes. Someone will take that can and recycle it. And
Because
get
we
a
keep
nickel.
swearing and it's in my mind now,
Yeah.
did you have ready? I know we were going to talk about it. Let's
yes.
bring it up because we're professionals. Bring up the
AJ Clemente.
the newscaster who he was like a new newscaster, right?
Yeah,
it was his first time going to be on the air.
North Dakota.
This is a big show for us. We've taken our first phone call. We're also going to play
I
our
forgot
first
about that.
audio clip.
Yeah.
But make sure you play it right.
I will.
And we're going to play the clip first.
We had this plan.
We're going to play this clip first.
Yeah.
But here's the newscaster. This is hysterical. His first time out at the gate. He's going to have a career in newscasting. He decides to do this on the air.
In Colorado. You're watching the Evening Sunday on NBC North Dakota News, your news leader in high definition.
Gay fucking shit.
Good evening, I'm Van Tu. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
God.
Okay, well, welcome aboard, AJ.
Oh,
Thanks.
Go for it.
Fatal ATV crash happened yesterday in Williams County. Officials say Kevin George rolled with his
So that's basically.
oh my God.
it.
So
But
that's his first time out. And before he even gets to him, he says gay fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then she tries to introduce him, and he still's muttering and talking.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Well-
What city is it from?
It's North Dakota. I don't know any cities in North Dakota outside of Fargo, so I'll say Fargo, North Dakota. And yes,
Which could be wrong.
First day. Who cares? So, do you think that'll be the first thing I've said wrong while on this? 10 episodes. It's kind of this is like a
10th anniversary.
Centennial.
We did good.
Exactly.
High five.
No.
High five.
High five. All right. Yeah, and he became like a star. This happened, I think, on Sunday of last week. And he's been on Letterman, Good Morning Today, and he got fired for saying gay fucking shit. If you didn't hear that. But it's, yeah, and he's just also the worst newscaster. Like,
What did he say on Letterman?
You know, I didn't see. They but everyone's just like, say it. He's like, gay fuck. It was like when Bart, you know.
He said it on Letterman?
No. But they made like allude to it and all that stuff. But
Do you think you should have been fired?
yeah, of course. You can't say any of those words. You can say gay, but not, you know, as a
Broadcaster.
right.
I can't believe he did that. But then what's he muttering when she's trying to talk to him?
Well, since then he said that he didn't have an earpiece. She didn't have an earpiece. He didn't know that they were live, and yeah, and he was trying to pronounce. He was doing a story about, I think, the London Marathon, and the dude from Botswana who won it, his name was something gay. So he was trying to kind of word. That's at least his excuse, and so he was trying to figure out how to say it, and he said gay fucking shit, just like I don't know.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah. But that was like the big news story this week. It's hard to top the marathon bombing.
It's been a couple weeks. He's in jail now, or like a prison, like a hospital type jail. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, I mean he's just done. You know, it's just.
I mean, hopefully.
And they didn't find a gun on him in the boat, so he either got shot.
He probably ditched the gun somewhere.
I think they probably shot him in there once or twice to make sure he was. You know.
Well, no, he could have been shot in the Runaway when they had the gun. They had a shootout.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He could have been injured.
But they said that there was a firefight on the boat, and he just didn't have a gun. So they might have put a shot. Hey, I'm not faulting him for it.
I hope they did.
Yeah, and that was basically it. You know, it's like when a huge news story like that happens. We talked about it a little bit last week. You know, it's
You get a couple lull weeks.
oh sure, and so it was, you know, gay fucking shit week for the news.
It did blow up.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
That was funny.
But I wanted to bring that to your attention.
I didn't. I wanted to bring it up too. It's good to have a few topics to bring up.
Yeah, why not?
Keep us topical.
Sure, we are topical.
Well, I think that's good for today. I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
I actually am hungry, and I would like to go
Yeah, my
eat.
stomach was growling a couple
Right.
times.
I know. I
To,
mean,
to
so
the extent that I choked on my water.
and since this is the part where I would want you to leave, and I want to get something to eat, I might as well end the podcast.
Why don't you leave and I'll keep going?
I would never leave you with this microphone
Yeah.
alone.
It would be pretty not eventful.
I think we could go up in viewers. You never know. You could be like the hit. I could be what's bringing us down.
No. I don't think I could. Well, you know, I think we'll see when we do get big.
What we did,
I'm gonna pull.
This is why it won't be big.
I'm gonna pull a Dean Martin on you.
You'll ditch me,
Yeah.
and you'll go with some other group.
Yeah.
I'll be. Why would you assume that I would be the Jerry Lewis of the group?
Because
I would think I would be the Dean Martin.
Dino was from Steubenville, Ohio.
That doesn't mean shit. You're not from Steubenville, Ohio, dummy.
I don't know.
You're from like Westchester, New York, or something, right?
True. Yeah.
Was that right?
Bestchester, actually.
Bestchester?
Yeah.
What was the area you lived in?
I lived in Briarcliff.
Briarcliff. That's what I always want to say.
Yeah. Big shout out to the Bears.
Big shout out to the Bears too, from Chicago. You fucking idiot.
Yeah. Did you?
Did you see the Bulls game?
No.
The Bulls game was unbelievable.
Never heard about it.
Third overtime. It was unreal.
A little man came through.
Nate Robinson played like
That's right.
unbelievable.
So next time you call me a twink, think about, would Nate Robinson be a twink?
No, he'd probably just be a little person.
No.
I don't know what you call. I don't know if there's. We'll find out. We need Froy on the show, our gay
Perfect.
contingent,
Yeah.
because he'll tell us what, like someone who's not a midget.
Would it be a blink?
A blink?
A black twink? Boink?
A blink?
Maybe.
This is why we can't talk about this unless he's here, because he'll justify us saying all these things.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Good night.
This is Bad Takeout. Go to www.badtakeout.com. We have a cool website now, so check that out. See you next time.